What up, boys and girls? This one's pretty cool. It just told me to check it again. It's there. Johnny Boy's coming on here. Rejuve Stem.
Yeah, for me.
All right, guys. We're all going to learn today. This is going to be a learning lesson for everybody here.
Good, Mo. He's good.
I got my notes. I'm taking notes today. So it won't be me. I'll be asking some questions, but I'll be taking a lot of notes today. So you guys know, if you don't know, I'm a big PRP person. I like PRP. I find that it's preventative and it helps. There's no argument anybody can make for me when it comes to PRP because it's giving space. And as we, well, you know what? As humans, space is what we want between the bones, you know, give room to the ligaments and tendons and all those kind of things. You want room, you want space. And so PRP does that for me. Now, there's 100 other things that it does, but that's one thing that I just, at the end of the day, that I love. And I feel the difference. Well, there's another notch to this staircase, and that is stem cell. And yeah, again, I fully understand when I think society, when you talk about these things, and you first are worried about finances and stuff like that when it comes to PRP or stem cell or health or taking time away to eat right, to get a gym membership, to drive to the gym every day. But at the end of the day, you got to take care of yourself, and you got to take care of yourself the very best you possibly can. Because at some point, it's going to go from you get to take care of yourself to you have to take care of yourself. And when it gets to that point, that's damage. And you may be able to survive it, but you'll never thrive again. And that's not where I want anybody here. And you can go ahead and clip that one because that's we are 3 minutes in, and that was the home run of the day right there. So that was one of the biggest things that I had to realize when I was growing is that you got to take care of yourself. The best way to do it, and I don't know why this is so hard for people to comprehend. The best way to take care of yourself is when you're healthy, stay healthy. When you're injury free, do everything you can to minimize the possibility of hurting something or optimize yourself in a way to that you can get better. And that's why I keep going back to, and I've never done this before. I've never done stem cell, but I have done PRP and I love it. And so again, we're going to take it up another notch. I'm leaving. I'll ask mommy when this is, but I'm doing a trip and I'm going down to a location, and I got the main man from that location going to talk to us about this today. He's talked to me a bit, and I've done my research, but I want you guys to hear what this could mean or what this could do for you guys. And again, at the end of the day, if we can take care of ourselves before you start deteriorating, before you get the injury, before you do all this stuff. And I think most of you close off your minds and say, I'm going to wait till I'm injured, then I'll do it. I'm going to wait until I'm older, then I'm going to do it. If I could have done this when I was 20, I would have done it when I was 20, when I was doing American Gladiators the first time. And you guys don't know this, but I got inside track on how these athletes are doing it today. These 20-year-old athletes, 22-year-old athletes that are pros, they do this stuff every 6 weeks. Now I understand that's a different level, and that's they got the finance, their career is at, but why wouldn't the average person try to do something close to maybe not that, but at least once a year? Look who's here. Holy moly. Hi, handsome.
How are you? How you feeling?
Big time. I am.
You like
I'm
to share?
doing-
You like to share, right?
Yeah.
That's cool. That's
What is
cool.
that? Teal?
Yeah. Little pop.
So I understand that we are teaming up here in a couple weeks,
Yep.
and I get to do my first treatment.
Yep.
Could you give us first a little backstory on you and how you came about being involved in this world of health?
Yeah. That's actually funny because the reason I became part owner of the company was because I was a patient. Like I told you recently that one of my best friends was from WWE, and I tore my tricep last year in July, and he said, "John, try to go after your surgery, go for treatment, and to help you speed up your recovery. Do everything you knew about stem cells and everything." It's okay. You know what? Luxury locations, Cancun, Mexico. It's okay. But I had herniated discs throughout my whole back and my neck, and bulging discs in my neck. So it was a lot of wear and tear on my body from bodybuilding for so long, and I just hurt myself. I always wanted to do a show, but I always got hurt. Honestly, I tore my pec, my back, I herniated disc, bulging discs in my neck. I had so many injuries, and I said, "No, what? Maybe it's time." I said, like, my wife was a big part of that. She's like, "John, finally do something for yourself." It's always help everybody else out. I bought people houses, I bought people cars to help them out, and it was just for me. It was like, let me take a shot at myself, and I went for my treatment. And the staff was amazing. My partners now are amazing to be with, going to dinners, going to lunch, spending time, laughing. It was literally a vacation, but you're getting healthy at the same time. And I went for my back and my neck, and literally the next day I was in my hotel room with Christina, my wife, and I was on the balcony just overlooking, like looking at the ocean, just seeing the sunrise. And she called my name, and she's like, "Babe." I turned my neck to look back at her. She's like, she literally ran out on the balcony. She's like, "Babe, you moved your neck." I was like, "Oh my God, I did. I was doing that Batman shift for so long because I couldn't move. I always just thought the pain was normal. So, okay, well, lifting weights and taking stuff for so many years, like this is normal." And I was just at such a bad place mentally, physically. And I've dealt with bulimia in the past. I've had stomach issues I had surgery on. So mentally I wasn't great, and physically I wasn't great. So finally, when I went for that treatment, I literally came home a week later. I felt so good. I called my partners now. I said, "Guys, I would love to partner with you." I was like, "I'd love to invest and become owner of the company because I feel this is just an opportunity to help other people. Not just, I don't want to be a one-off, like, hey, go to Rejuice Down, feel better." Like, no, I was like, I really want to go out there and help as many people as I can and change people's lives because there's so many people suffering. People could be proactive. Like, that's what I like suggest, get ahead of it because you don't want to get to a point like me that I was suffering, that I didn't want to get up in the morning and be with my 8-year-old and my 4-year-old anymore. It was just miserable. Now I'm running. I'm running again. I'm training again, doing everything I always wanted to do. I'm playing with my son and going to play football and just running and wrestling and doing whatever it is. And it's such a breath of fresh air to have this opportunity to be out there and to help as many people as we can. And meeting someone like you, like it's an honor to be with you on this and just speak to you every day, and the opportunity to help you and Mona, and especially see you with Titan and our kids and Titan together and just hanging out, and just like it's such a breath of fresh air to see everybody in the same wavelength and everybody in the same mindset and that clarity to just feel better and just feel like happy in your own skin.
Jump back for a second. You're kind of a pinnacle for somebody that's you went through in injuries, and you didn't take care of yourself, and then you're in pain, and that causes issues as well, and then the the snowball effect, injury, pain, anger, depression, and then it starts going, and you're a man, so we don't complain about anything. What was it that kept you away from like jumping into something like this?
I just honestly, I thought it was normal. I thought it was normal to be in this mindset, I guess, or the pain. Like you just have to deal with it as a man. Just deal with the pain. And there was another big thing that really I want to bring up. It's Mental Health Month, June. And for me, I was born with malrotation of the intestines. This is a big thing for stomach issues for people out there. And I was born with it, meaning my intestines are twisted up. And I became bulimic when I was older because I didn't want to keep anything down because it hurt so much. And I had to have emergency surgery 5 years ago. My doctor in Texas told me, he's like, John, he's like, I'm going to be honest with you, I don't know how you're alive. He goes, you're 1 in a million. And my wife was with me. She Googled it. It's like, he's not lying. You're 1 in a million. So I had that emergency surgery. It's like, you're not going to die now from doing the surgery, but you're going to still deal with pain because your body doesn't know how to register it with digestion. And I went for my treatment last year in August before I became a partner. That went away. That pain went away from my stomach. And that was a big mental issue that I had to deal with because I was bulimic. And I was really suffering mentally, physically. And I'm 220 pounds. I dropped down to 165 at a point. And I was hurting myself, hurting other people's feelings, hurting people just in general. I was just in a bad mental place. And then last year, going for my IV, I said to Christina, I'm like, babe, I can eat vegetables again. I can eat broccoli. I can have onions, whatever it is. I can eat anything I want without pain. Everybody has pain. It's mental, physical, emotional. It doesn't matter. And we have to really, that's the big thing with this month. And it's really great as men now that we actually speak about it. Like, hey, I'm dealing with something. Like we check in, like I check in with you all the time. Like, hey, you all right? Yeah, we go good. You okay? Yeah, great. That's what we need. That's a great relationship to have because there's people out there that actually care. And that's a big thing with especially Regional STEM. And that's a big part of what I wanted to be with the company, be owner of it, because of this reason being. We can help people out there, men, women, it doesn't matter. We help with all the different diseases as well. So it's just it's a special opportunity to help as many people as we can that are suffering.
I agree with you. Jump over to this for a second because I know this is going to be one of those things. And again, I've said this over and over again. My recommendation is if you can, I would do it preventative. But there's a lot of I don't know what the word would be, or the skepticism of, oh, well, what about stem cell? When you first heard about this, because we know where you are now, you liked it so much. You go, you know what? I'm buying into this, and this can be part of me now.
Yeah.
If it helped me, it's going to help. But there's a disconnect with people that are in pain, and they're like, nah, that's not going to do it.
Yeah.
That's not going to do it. I got to get surgery or this or that or skip it. What can we tell them? What can you tell them that got you to go and trust the person that told you first off, and then you doing it and you're surprised to this?
Yeah, that's I think everybody's skeptical no matter what, especially it's Cancun, Mexico, but I think everybody's skeptical period about surgery and everything like that. And that was a big part for me. It was like, I don't want to have surgery. I had to have surgery in my triceps. I ruptured the tendon. So I have to. It was retracting. It was at a bad spot. It was really bad. But my back, I was like, I didn't want to do back surgery. I had herniated disc throughout my whole spine. I had bulging discs in my neck. I was like, I don't want to have fusion surgery. So that was the thing for me. It was like, I don't want to do that. And I was looking into stem cells. I knew about stem cells. I studied about them. But obviously, because America doesn't have accessibility as other countries do, it was a breath of fresh air that I was like, okay, I have the opportunity to do this. And it was kind of just take that shot to go do it because this is what's needed. You don't want to do surgery. You want to deal with the pain. And we've had so many people come to us that needed neck fusion surgery or had other issues with discs. And they literally called me. I've had so many calls, and that's what means something to me is, thank God I took that leap of faith. Thank God I called you, and you're the reason I came. Because everybody's skeptical, and they really just feel like you have to take that. If you really want to help yourself or even help your family, because that's the thing, your loved ones are going to suffer as well with your pain. You're in pain, you're going to hurt the other ones in the process because you're not happy and you're not feeling well. You can be preventive as well. Don't get to that point like you and me and so many other people. Do an IV to get ahead of the game. So, wow, I feel great. You feel like a clarity in your body. You just feel full again. You feel, because we start losing our stem cells after 25 years old. So once you get to a certain age, you're not going to have stem cells anymore. Your body's not recovering. Your body's not regenerating. You're doing all these things. And this is the opportunity to help people out there and get them to a point that, wow, I feel great. Those calls mean so much to me, and those texts, thank you. Thank you so much. I can't wait for my big fight in UFC in a couple of weeks. I feel great. I've got wrestlers that I have friends with. Now, John, I can't wait to come back. I feel great. Thank you for letting me take the chance, and thank you. And I always say to them, thank you for believing in me, and thank you for believing in the company, because you're taking a leap of faith, and I'm so happy that people actually are doing it and really believing it now, and it's becoming so more accessible, and it's becoming such a big opportunity for everybody to get better as an athlete, as a person. We help with CTE, autism, Alzheimer's, multiple sclerosis. There's so many diseases that stem cells can help with. There's alloimmune cells, mesenchymal stem cells, so many different areas. So it's just, I feel like I said, like take the leap of faith.
Something you said there, and I want the fans that are out there and people watching right now. So you're helping top tier athletes. And the reason why I say that's good for people to understand that. And they're like, yeah, Skip, that they have the money to do this, but they're living life at such a high level.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the part you need to take away from this discussion. They're at such a high level and they're doing this so they can keep doing this. Now, what does that mean for you? Well, that means if you're not pushing it as hard as them, it's helping you tenfold better.
Yes.
Because they're going from fights to stem cell to stay together to go back into fights to destroy themselves again.
Yeah.
Where the average person is just going from work home on the couch or whatever it is, walk the dogs, hang out with the wife. So that means you're not destroying yourself as bad as they are. So that means this will help you even further. Is that something you agree with?
100%. Because at that point, like you said, you're putting your body through that stress, you're putting your body through everything, like wrestlers, athletes, UFC fighters, wrestlers, football players, basketball players, baseball players come to us that they feel like, okay, I want to come back because they need to come back. But that's the thing, for a person that's not putting their body through that stress, we tell people like, oh, we should get an IV every 6 months. But some people call me within a couple months, like, John, I can't believe how great I feel. Like a normal person. Like we've had so many people come just, hey, I hurt my shoulder. I want a shoulder injection and an IV. Okay, great. John, my shoulder feels amazing. I can't believe this. Like I have movement again. I can do whatever I want. I can, like, literally had a couple people come that had knee injections. They're like, John, I just ran with my son. I just went to go play with my son, but I haven't played with him. I wouldn't be able to get down on the ground and do these things. So for a normal person, an athlete, whoever it is, that's the thing. Like I said, everybody has pain, and everybody can help that. People come and like, a normal person, I did stem cells. I want to come back to keep this up every 6 months, a year. Come back and keep that IV and just keep going and keeping that body at that highest level that it could be at. And it's really beneficial to like a normal person. It's beneficial to athletes. It's beneficial to anybody. And that's what's amazing, that the opportunity is there for us, you and me, to be out there and pushing this and helping people. I'm really grateful to be in this chance and have this opportunity to promote and help as many people as I can.
Yeah. Just for everybody, when we say the average person or the normal person, we're speaking about the people that are not, doing an athletic sport 3-4 hours a day and traumatizing their body, where they're smart enough to realize they have to continue to go to keep their career going. And one person I just love is James Harrison. And he talked about you spending, and people freak out. He was spending $1 million a year for recovery treatments. And they're like, well, that's stupid. And I'm like, in no world is that stupid. He's spending $1 million, which is 10% of his salary. So it's like, well, he makes 9 more than that. And it's like, why wouldn't you? And then on top of that, he got to do one of the most brutal sports and leave it healthy. That's just tremendous. And I think that's just brilliant on him, and that people don't take in consideration their level of life that they want to lead. And this what leads me to my next question, because of the fact that he did something and he traumatized a human body more than he's a defensive end, played for Pittsburgh and then New England, but he's a dear friend and he's a savage of a human, and he's 45 now. But he would tussle and kick a 19-year-old's badass's ass. I love that. And I love that in life, because I think it is how long you can be a warrior. Or I don't know who it was. It may have been John Lennon that said, die as young as late as possible. And for me, that means being active, living life, not being on the couch doing nothing.
Yeah.
So it goes to the point of anger. Well, why do you get angry? Maybe you have an injury and you're in pain 24/7. You don't realize it. And so it's making you angry. You can't lift. And this whole compounded life situation just comes from a bad shoulder that you can't raise anymore or something. And it's like, can stem cell not only help the direct situation, the shoulder, hypothetically, but it gives you the secondary stuff as well. And you've just talked about this in our discussion today. It helped you mentally. Well, it didn't technically help you mentally. It just fixed some injuries that took some of the pain away so you could lift again and be you. And that took the anger away.
Yeah.
Can you go into that a little deeper?
Yeah, like you said, I think that's the mental issue. With I feel people don't realize that with the mental health and your body, everything goes together. So when your body's feeling a certain way, like there's certain injuries that someone may not have. Like, man, my back's really hurting me, but it could be a shoulder. It could be something like that. It's going to go back to your mental because you're physically in pain, and then it goes to your mental. It goes back up to there, like, oh man, like I can't deal with this. I don't want to deal with this. Like I said, I've had people come that need neck fusion surgery. Like I said, I need back surgery. We've had other people come, but they would be laying on the couch and be just miserable and literally be hurting their loved ones with words or whatever it is because they can't deal with the pain. Like I was speaking to myself, I was just really in a bad place. I didn't want to play with the kids. I couldn't move. I was just in a bad mental space. And I feel like with stem cells and what they're capable of, because you're bringing that inflammation down in your body, help a possible tear. Like I said, it helps Alzheimer's, it helps CTE, it helps multiple sclerosis, it helps all the diseases, lupus, so many different diseases, even IBS, so many different things that actually are impacting your mental health at the same time. So at that point, it really just an IV, stem cell IV, 100 million stem cell IV could really bring down the inflammation in your body. And I've literally had people the next day say, John, there was a man that came. He said his ring hasn't gotten off his finger since he got married. It was so tight from the inflammation in his hand. Literally, within hours, he was sitting with my partner. He was taking his ring off his hand. I said, John, the inflammation has gone down like that. He's like, I haven't been able to, like my hand was always swollen. He's like that had helped me. He's like, I am astonished what this can do and what it's capable of just by doing an IV. He's like, I felt okay by the rest of my body. He's like, but just seeing that, he's like, I feel amazing. And then at that point, it trickles to your mental. Wow, I feel so good. I want to go do more. I want to be with my kids more. I want to go with my friends more. Let's go travel. Let's go take a hike, whatever it is. Whatever it is to help you, help your mental, help your physical, help your loved ones around you. That's what this is meant for.
I got Jeff over here, which is one of Serge's social media guys. And he was saying the other day, because I was rolling with my son, and we're putting this video together because it's going to be the journey of me going down there and trying this out. And you know, let's see what happens. But the point of being able to roll and being able to do that with your son, I go back to that a lot. And I think that's tremendous. To be able to be a father and be able to do that. Now, again, I'm a much older father than most of you should be. But it's cool that I get to still do this. So again, if this helps me, what's that going to do for the 30-year-old? It's going to make you a superhero. So I think you should do this. Also, if it helps me, then maybe it helps Mona, because then she's not as annoyed by me. So, again, we're giving back without even knowing the situation. But then I want to finish up with this. What is it? What is stem cell? What is it? And how do you guys break it down there? And how do you guys do the process?
So we have donors that donate the stem cells. So they donate their placenta, the Wharton's jelly from a C-section. The women that are 18 to 25, unvaccinated, they donate them to our lab. We break it down through the multiple process of passageways. We do less passageways, so our stem cells are more potent. We do 6 to 10 passageways. So when it goes to the person, it's going to be full and it's going to be really combat all those issues of inflammation or tendon tears, whatever it is. it combats it even quicker than other companies. All like other companies do 40 passageways because they do quantity over quality. And that was one big thing I loved about my partners when they opened this business. They kind of went reverse. They didn't do the marketing, they didn't do anything like that. They wanted to make sure their sales were the best. And that's why I'm here. Because I mean, like I said, it was a day. I've had people within hours that feel so good. And that process, how we do our stem cells, makes us stand out. And that's the big thing is we want to help as many people as we can because of this process to help and just combat that quicker. Not like, oh, we have to do this, this, and this, and this, and this, and this. We're doing ourselves within 24 to 48 hours, you could have a difference. It depends on your body, but the physical awareness of our bodies, we need to take into account. We need to, that's the thing, we have to be in a place to be mentally better, and our bodies are the biggest part of that. We have to make sure that we take care of ourselves. And that's the one big thing with this company and myself is invest in yourself. Like you said, you're rolling with your son, and that's a big thing for me. I'm wrestling with my son. I'm playing with my son when I couldn't move. I didn't want to move. I was in my back. I was just stiff and couldn't do anything. So now the opportunity is there to help and prolong your life. That's the big thing as well. You could prolong your life and make it and be in a state that you're enjoying it, not just wasting away and just physically you don't want to be around anymore. And that's a big thing for me. And that was the biggest thing for me. I just turned 40 this year. And this is the best I felt and ever looked in my life. Just when I take some peptides and I do my stem cells, and that's it. I can't thank my company enough for letting me come on. And I can't thank anybody else that have got me to this journey now. And I'm appreciative of you, and I'm appreciative of so many people that I've come across that are willing and believe in the stem cells and believe in this process. So I'm really grateful for this.
Two more things I'd like to cover real quick is you've trained most of your life. And again, for the people out there listening, what I take away from this is we talked about the elite athletes do this a lot. But they're still pushing their bodies. And we're talking about elite athletes. I think people forget because they don't look 22, they don't look 25. You look at these elite athletes and they are 25 to 30 and they're still doing the stem cell at that young age. So I think to you guys out there, understand that and go, well, if these guys are pushing themselves that hard at that young age and they still do this treatments, there's something great there to be done, and do it preventative. And then I say preventative because that's just how I've lived my life and the only reason I'm still doing what I do. Something else is that you've had a few injuries. And I think for everybody out there listening to that again, you're not the guy that hasn't had injuries at 38, 39 years old. You've had a lot of injuries, and then you turn 40 and you're moving and grooving without the surgeries. So again, I hope people are listening to that and going, well, he got pretty banged up and he's doing it so much so he bought into the company, which I liked. And then there's a big benefit. I'm pretty lucky with my career. And I get offered a lot of stuff, and I've been offered a lot of stuff to go over and do stem cells for these last quite a few years to Colombia. I haven't had the time, and it's hard to get over and take that much space. But there's something great about where you guys are located. You guys are just right off of here. Could you kind of tell us where you're located and everything?
So yeah, we're in Cancun, Mexico, and we have one location, Guadalajara, but Cancun is really, that's where everybody wants to go. And we're right in the hotel zone. And one big thing for us is we pick everybody up from we kind of make it the simplest experience for everybody. We pick you up from the airport with our driver, our chauffeur, bring you from the airport to the hotel, bring you from your hotel to the clinic when you're going to do your treatment, bring you back from the clinic to your hotel, take you to lunch, take you to dinner. And and when you hit the beach or the marina, you're just in awe. And that's the thing. It's like, it's not just a rejuve stem is for rejuvenating your body and this, rejuvenating your mind. Because when you're there, you're feeling it on the beach and the marina. You just look at the ocean, the marina, and seeing everybody so happy and everybody's just kind of flourishing. It's like a vacation, but it's like a rejuvenating vacation. because you're just getting like I said, when I went for mine and I came back, I was like, I don't want to leave, because you're there and enjoying the beach, you're enjoying the atmosphere, you're enjoying the restaurants, you're enjoying the people, their clinic, and then you're getting your treatment. Like, oh yeah, by the way, your body feels better. My mental feels better too, overlooking the sun come up over the ocean or over the marine and looking at this, like, oh my God, like this is incredible. So Cancun everybody goes to Cancun. It's a luxury location. It's easy.
Right.
It's an easy flight from anywhere in America. It's an hour and 20 minutes from Florida. It's 5 hours from California, some parts. New York's 3 hours, 3.5 hours. We've had people come from Canada. It's only 3.5 hours, 4 hours from there. We've had so many people come from all over. It's pretty cool to see everything that's happened since I've been with the company.
I do want everybody to hear that you did say unvaccinated people.
Yeah.
And I just want to make that clear. That's something that I feel I'm happy about. That's the way you guys went with that.
It's unvaccinated women. Unvaccinated women, they donate their placentas, and when they donate their placentas, the Wharton's jelly from placentas from C-section, we actually donate a treatment to someone in their family for giving us the stem cells. So it's a whole process that we do because we want to help people. That's the big thing.
So right on the screen right now, guys, is their website. So check that out. Now, I've seen the locations, the hotel, and everything down there, and it's absolutely beautiful. And something you said, and I agree with you. Not everybody goes to Colombia for a vacation, but Mexico, it's just a jump across. And so really excited about that. And I know that we're going to make the journey down there, and I'm going to document everything. So I'm pretty excited to do this. And thanks for jumping on here today.
Of course. It's my honor.
We'll be doing a lot more of this. I can't wait to be able to do this. And again, everybody out there knows my belief on being preventative. We're giving you the name right there. Make sure you guys check that out. And then feel free to hit me and my team up, ask any questions. And I'm going down there, I think, in less than 2 weeks. We're going to be down there, right?
It'll be fun.
Love it, man. I love it, bud. Appreciate you taking time today.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate you.
All right. Give mama the best.
I will. Tell everybody so.
Bye-bye. Well, I'm going to document everything going down there, getting the treatment. Again, this is going to be, this is like the highest level of taking care of yourself and regenerating yourself. And again, I wish I could have done something like this in my 20s and doing gladiators and all the beat down then. But you guys have this now, and like he said too, is this incorporate peptides into that. Eat right, train right. You're setting yourselves up to be monsters in life. So happy for you guys that you guys got this opportunity. Let me know if anybody wants contact down there, and we'll be down there in a couple of weeks. So follow along to see this process. All right. And then for everybody else, I will get to those check-ins on the Titan Crew. And if you're not in the Titan Crew, get in the Titan Crew today so I can make sure to check out. Send the photos in. I'll make sure to check out the body, critique, see what we need to work on, make sure you're on the right meal plan and training plan. Any added touch, Jeff?
On that, what did we just tell people to do in the Titan Crew today? We want to see your guys' deadlifts in the Titan Crew also. Training videos is a big one because a lot of people are going into the gym and they are doing the movement, but they are not doing it in the same way. If you saw the Billy Gunn video with the rear delts, you saw the joke behind Billy doing rear delt flies and Mike doing rear delt flies. And yeah, you can do them. You can do mechanically the same movement, but the intent and how you're feeling it behind that movement, that's huge. And a lot of that, sometimes the movements aren't so intuitive. So having somebody, an expert, their eye to look at you and say, hey, I see what you're doing. I see that you're moving, but I can tell your hamstrings aren't pulling. I can tell your lower back isn't being engaged. These are the key things we want to see. So that's just a little tidbit of some of the stuff you'll get in the Titan Crew.
Yeah, that was fun. It was fun with Terry too. Still friends today. I agree with Jeffrey, and something that I like is that we continue to learn. All of us do, right? We're continuing to learn because as life goes, we have to learn to function as we are at that stage. Something that I love is that Jeremy Davis came over. He is one of the Titan Crew members. He came over and trained with us today. Now, even though he's seen these workouts, even though he's part of the Titan Crew, even though he's done these deadlifts the way he assumed we did them, he did them wrong. And the reason I'm saying that is because what Jeffrey just explained to you guys. You may be doing something, but the intent of what you're doing is incorrect. And if there's a way we can help you correct those things, like Jeremy today, great. He was doing it wrong. We figured out what he was doing wrong. We can fix that. He's going to put 50 pounds on his deadlift, and it's going to be a better deadlift, and he'll be a healthier person. So he just got stronger, safer, and better from one workout. You can clip that part right there, and you can go over and watch this, and we will put up a Power Bodybuilding, a YouTube talking about Jeremy's form and the details he was doing. Oh, it's okay. And so let's finish this off with a little Titan pose. Titan. I love the fact that the stem cells are unvaccinated people.
That was the first thing I
I'm
heard him say. Unvaxxed stemmies? Hell yeah.
Yeah. All right. We got the beast here is gonna show us what is up.
I got you. I can't see it. Go next to Daddy. Uh-oh.
I can't even remember to tell you that.
Whoa!
You gonna pull your sleeves up?
No.
What do you want to say to everybody?
What do you want to say?
Say thank you for coming.
Thank you for coming.
What else you want to say?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Nothing.
Okay.
Come here.
Ah,
Give me a hug.
okay.
I love you. Oh wow! You're a beast. Wow.
Did it just squash your head?
Yeah, he squashed my head. He's a wrestler, man. He drives into there.
Give him a little check on the jaw. You think about the meme. I think
That is funny.
if you haven't seen the memes, if you've seen the
Does
memes,
it bother you? Why would my memes bother me?
yeah, well, yeah, there's a lot of celebrities out there that go get fucking pissy and cry about memes. I know.
Love them.
Yeah.
I love the memes.
Yeah, they're hilarious.
They're hilarious. Here's one. Can you block this guy?
What's the point of this podcast? Indian
Yeah.
smoker?
Yeah. You have to go into YouTube and block him. Absolutely nothing, my friend. Thank you. Thanks for coming. I'll start that. Yeah, block him from here.
Ooh.
Mm-mm.
Mike, I always see your brown jug or red juice. What is it made of?
Sodium.
Potassium?
No potassium. Yeah. Is there a difference? Sodium, we got dextrose, we have aminos, we have both BCAAs, EAAs, and some tren in the water. It's great. We talk about that one in the Titan Crew.
Yeah, and a video just went up maybe 2 weeks ago.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
On my YouTube.
Yeah,
right?
Mo and Billy. Mo made a concoction for Billy,
Oh, I
which
love
is
that.
what you drink. So,
That's because I like Billy.
yeah.
Hey, did you see this logo? That's the old logo that we haven't used in a while, and it's a great one. It's very simple.
Yeah, I have one of this. I was looking for one.
Is it
Because I
too
was going to show you. Yeah.
late to start taking peptides at 58? Good training program.
Click that one. Hi there, DJB. I don't know what the age. I don't know why the age you would fold that way with the age, because obviously as you age is when you do this stuff. For sure, you do this stuff. I mean, you may do it when you're younger in your 20s. I would have, but I'm an athlete, and I wanted to be the best. But yeah, you do these things. So I guess I'm just stuck on the concept that you're 58 and you would think that you're too old to take care of yourself, when you get to a certain age and that's all you think about is taking care of yourself. When you're 20, you're thinking about chasing tail, making money, and having fun. So get going, buddy. Get going, man. I always find that interesting, just the mindset of the individual.
This guy's joking right here, but it's kind of like what they're saying. Hey, what's the best age to stop working out?
Yeah, there you go.
It's like,
Yeah.
okay.
The day after you die.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that one.
Yeah.
That was good, man. Cheers.
Any more videos with Billy coming up to get us pumped for summer? Yeah.
Jeffrey crushed one, and now Billy is a absolute So first of all, he's a huge human.
Monster.
He's just a monster, but he's more of a monster, and all these guys are. Paul, Big Show, they're mentally beasts, and so that's why they're where they're at. They're just savages. And so we're putting this cool voiceover to this new video that Jeffrey did. Let's give a shout out right now to the team of Surge.
Shout out.
Yeah, Big Surge
So should I put the
Came
camera
in.
on him?
came in today, crushed it, dictated to the team what to do, and he's out. It's like Batman,
In
man.
and out.
He's like me in Mexico in 1989. In and out. Now Jose. Guys, thanks for hanging, man. I got to go do my second cardio. We are slicing and dicing here. Sauna today. It's Wednesday. It's the last. I got 2 more days of dry out.
It's the second time you've done cardio, right? That's what you mean by
Yes.
cardio?
Yeah, it's my second session. I'm doing 2 hours of cardio
I
right
mean
now.
Second time ever doing cardio.
Oh, yeah. Did 8 seconds count yesterday?
Mm-hmm.
My heart rate hit 170. Here's a 62-year-old. Go for it.
I'm going to be 62 this month. Have issues in the left shoulder and neck. Any thoughts?
Yes. Do exactly what this whole podcast today was about. That what's his name's going to be blocked from.
Yeah. Oh, he's blocked.
Good.
When they're
Oh, I
highlighted,
gotta tell
you
you
can't block
something
it.
after that.
That's it, guys. Talk to you soon. We'll see you in the Titan Crew, guys. It's facebook.com/Mike O'Hearn /groups Mike O'Hearn.
Yeah.
So it's easy to remember. It's on Facebook. It's the group section, and it's Mike O'Hearn. It is free to everybody that subscribes.